Welcome to 3 Beers in a Topic, a show right here on my personal blog channel where I sit with a couple friends, we try some craft beers, and we discuss a fun topic. Today, we're going to be talking about our funniest or worst or most heartbreaking breakups.
Which I have all of those in one.
And since breakups are a sad, sad topic,
Yes.
and Game of Thrones just aired its first episode for season 8 yesterday,
And I once dated a dragon.
and Andy once dated a dragon.
And that leads into a breakup story.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
We decided today to do whiskeys. So what we did was we bought Johnny Walker White Walker whiskey. It's a sipping whiskey, but it was on the cheaper end. It was $36, and you can kind of find it everywhere. It is White Walker by Johnny Walker. Is a blended Scotch whiskey inspired by these chill-inducing walkers. At the heart of the blend are single malts, names I can't pronounce, and one of Scotland's most northern distilleries. This whiskey is chill filtered to 1.5 Celsius. I don't know what that is. And best served cold.
It's a
directly from the
temperature.
freezer. It was definitely not in the freezer before this. It is definitely at room temperature right now.
Oh, why? Can you get some ice or something? Jesus.
You want to put your white
I
Walker?
do I do prefer my whiskey on the rocks, honestly.
Here. Dan, can you get... Oh, yeah. All our help is trying to
God.
get to that.
Yeah.
Damn it, Dan.
It's just us.
So we're going to try this, and if it is really bad, then I guess maybe we should try it cold, and we can try it again
Sure,
next
it'll be good.
episode. But as I am a whiskey guy, we are also going to compare it to an $89 bottle of Black Label blended Scotch whiskey. Now, this is on the upper end of Scotch whiskeys.
Scotch whiskey.
And I got an even more expensive bottle for us to try next
Can't help
week.
You're going to do this
But
the
we-
whole time, aren't you?
With the price of the other bottle, we were like,
Okay.
that should not be a bottle that we mix with the flavors
Right.
of these two
Right.
bottles. So, why don't we pass out the
okay.
White Walkers? Now, I can tell right off the bat, that is a much lighter whiskey than this one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to weigh that much.
Cheers, my
Cheers.
friends.
Cheers.
To a wonderful story of Andy's breakup with a dragon. All right, you go
Shalante.
first.
All right, so she was scaly and breathed fire. I don't know.
She gave a very naily massage.
Let's say it right while I'm taking a sip.
That one's a little harsh. I'm trying to decide if that's a shooter or a sipper.
This seems more like a shooter.
Yeah, this seems more like we're going to pour some shots and have a wonderful evening.
I like that.
You like that flavor?
I also haven't found a whiskey I really don't. No, I have. I found a whiskey I don't like.
I don't
But this one I like.
No, I don't
I
dislike
could,
it.
I
Actually a valid
could
question
sip
from our
this.
Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Is whiskey gluten-free?
Not technically.
Oh, are you going to be all weird after this?
Yeah, probably.
He's going to be drunk and gluten
Yes,
high.
gluten high. So the distillation process actually destroys a lot of the gluten, so it's not technically gluten free.
But it's not technically there.
Right. Yeah. So it's okay to drink in most cases. There are some whiskeys that are higher in the like
Depending on how
gluten
distilled
wheat
they were, I
content.
assume?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But like generally like Scotch whiskeys, I've never had a problem.
Scotch
Well,
whiskey.
we'll find out soon, won't
Yeah.
we? So, Andy, let's hear your breakup story with a dragon.
I only called her a dragon because she was a horrible human being.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide which one I should tell. I have so many.
No, they aren't going to watch
I
this.
think
so
I
don't worry
think
about
I
that.
think in other
Oh, yeah.
like the girls' breakup stories, we're probably the horrible ones.
Oh,
too.
yeah, easily. Yeah.
Like, can you believe?
You're always the hero
Yeah.
in your own story.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're the wild
Well,
ones.
Andy showed up in a white shining armor to save the dragon.
To save the dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he married her.
Stand back, dragon. I shall defend you.
Save you.
You shall be burning villages before you know it.
Sure. All right, so I'm gonna go with. Let me preface this story. So I was engaged
This is sippable.
at
is so good.
21.
Because I'm definitely swishing it
Oh.
around, and I'm not sitting here going, ah! I think with any whiskey, though, that initial sip is always kind of
Oh
like,
well, yeah,
always
yeah.
like, "Ah."
You know, by the fifth shot, they go down a lot smoother than
I'm
I
gonna
used to.
say what my daughter says about anything that isn't like water. It's spicy. She says that about soda. She's like it's spicy.
I need a spicy drink.
Spicy.
Dad.
Now, do we think we should just take a straight shot of the Black Label, like so we have a very good comparison?
Like a straight shot.
No, like we go right to it, or should we chill like we normally do with the beers?
I would chill at least a little bit. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Yeah. chill out.
I mean, I'm still sipping mine. I ain't running
Well,
into
I
that like
wasn't
that
finishing
first
it.
episode.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I won't finish these at least until we're done. I do have to drive later today. I think.
Why?
I don't know. Just in case.
Oh, okay.
I actually ran out of gas pulling into the neighborhood.
Yeah, Gary needs a lift to a gas station.
I just need to get like a gallon of gas. This is real. This is a real story.
It's not a
This
joke.
Actually, no, this actually happened.
did
I
you-
had like
would you,
22 miles in range
Would
when
it
I
like
left the
stop
house.
running as you were pulling in?
No.
Oh,
My miles in range hit 0 as I pulled in. I left the house. It was like
coasted
20,
the last couple blocks.
Yeah.
He gets here. For those of you guys who don't know, we have a
Yeah.
video that I'm supposed to launch right now, and I'll probably set it up to do it while we're chatting.
Sure.
Right.
But our daily video was supposed to be due, but we were missing an intro.
Okay.
So I'm like, Gary, I need you at
Yes.
10 o'clock so we can bang at the intro, and then I can do some other things.
Right.
So Gary rolls in, and I'm like, all right. So once we wrap this up, since Kevin's just across the street, basically, let's run it over to him
Yeah.
instead
Okay.
of uploading it.
Right.
And Gary looks at me and goes, might need to use your car. I'm like,
Yep.
what? He's like,
Yep.
So I was rolling in, and I may be out of gas. And I'm like,
Yes.
okay, what's the plan when we're done for the day?
He's like, it's easy. I call Marcy. She brings me gas.
You know, he was like, I was going to ask Andy for a ride to the gas station.
May I get a ride to the gas station?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. No, so I had 22 miles in range.
Yeah,
Benny
yeah.
is not 22 miles from my house.
No.
So I was like, okay, I can make it there and make it to the gas station after
Right.
work. And so I get into the neighborhood. It's like 2 miles, 1, 0. And I was like,
It goes from like 5 to 0.
oh, it did. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm out of gas. So
You could probably make it. You don't know.
yeah, well, I don't want to find out.
I'll follow behind you just to be safe.
Okay. Yeah, so tell us a good breakup story.
All right. Well, if Ben would stop interrupting me, I could.
I wasn't at all, but okay.
All right, shut up. So let me preface this story. I was engaged at the age of 21 because I was dumb, and that relationship ended terribly. That was a different breakup story. And after that relationship, I said to myself, there is no way I can meet a woman more difficult than my ex-fiance. And then the universe said, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
So
Also,
then,
I have to agree.
yes, the dumb thing.
Yes, men at the age of 21.
Oh yeah, I was an idiot.
We are
Yeah.
not the sharpest tools in the shed. No.
So I met this. I was planning on moving from Rhode Island to North Carolina,
Okay.
and I met this woman 2 months before I left, give or
Okay.
take.
Okay.
So we started seeing each other. It seemed fine. We had a good time, and I told her at the beginning, I am moving in 2 months. I have
Okay.
already I've already been searching for apartments. I've already transferring with my job. I'm moving in 2 months. That is as long as this is going to last.
Right.
And we said that was fine, and we dated. And so
Okay.
I moved.
Okay.
And I told her I'm moving, and I moved. I packed my car
Okay.
up and I drove away. And we didn't.
End of story.
That's the breakup. I don't see the problem though.
Yep.
So we didn't actually like break up because in my mind we weren't like dating,
right.
right? So I moved down to North Carolina. I start, I'm working at this new place now. I got my apartment. Things are going fine. And she was a couple months. We're still kind of talking on the phone, nothing
Okay.
crazy.
Okay.
And she's like, a couple months in, she's like, can I come down and visit you? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, so she comes down for like a weekend. We have a great time. And then she goes back up to Rhode Island. A couple months go by, and she calls me one day, and she's like, what if I told you I was thinking about moving to North Carolina? And I was like, all right, but if you're going to move to North Carolina, don't be moving for me. Like, this is not a good idea. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
like, we weren't that serious.
Right.
She was like, no, I have cousins in the area, and I really like the area, and I want to move down. I was like, all right, cool.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah, sure. So she starts looking for an apartment. This is where I was stupid.
yes,
I also like to preface
yes.
this. I was drinking very heavily at the time.
Okay.
I feel like we both had our very heavy.
I had a rough couple of years. Anyway,
Gary never drank anything.
ever drink your whiskey, Gary.
Yep.
For the record, Gary, you never get to be on this show, do you? He's
No,
normally
I
behind-
don't.
He's normally behind the camera
Drinking.
a gluten-
Yeah.
I can smell the beer and I'm like crying on the inside. So
So Dan just needs to be sick more often. Problem solved.
yeah.
Or we just fire him. So a couple weeks go by, and she calls me, and she's like, I can't find an apartment I can
Okay.
afford. I don't know what to do. And I now a stupid 23-year-old. So I'm well past my stupid 21-year-olds, but I'm a stupid 23-year-old.
Right.
Okay.
At the time
Okay.
was like, well, you could stay with me for a couple weeks until you find a place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea. So for brevity's sake, we ended up moving in together and getting an apartment.
Okay.
We'll just
Okay.
skip ahead a little bit.
Okay.
I'm an idiot. We ended up getting an apartment.
Right.
The first, I'm going to give it 3 days was great. And then it just got worse.
So the honeymoon
and worse.
phase,
Yeah. It got
basically.
worse and worse, faster and faster.
Like in an escalated.
It escalated so quickly. So I have pretty much been the exact same person since I was around 20.
I was
Okay.
thinking it was 12, but okay.
Ish.
Okay.
I have
Star
all
Wars
of the
fanatics,
same.
comic books.
Yeah, I have all the same
a cat named
hobbies.
Birdie.
I have the same attitude as I generally did when I was younger.
Okay.
She suddenly hated the way I spent my free time. She didn't like the fact that I played video games. She didn't like the fact that I read comic books. She thought it was childish.
Okay.
She didn't like the way I dressed. She was like, we need to buy you new clothes. And I was like, why? These jeans and t-shirt fit fine. I don't understand.
They stay on me.
I
So,
get the point.
Yeah.
So she hated all of that. She didn't like the TV shows I watched. She just hated everything about it. She was like,
So she didn't like anything about you.
about me. And now we're living together in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Wow,
So it's not
okay.
even like, we have different rooms to go to.
Right.
She was emotionally abusive. She would, like call me stupid all the time. She once told me, and this turned into a big fight. We were sitting on the couch one night, and I said something. I don't remember what at this point. It was probably mean. I don't remember. But she looks right at me and she goes, you're not funny, right?
Whoa.
The
Wow.
internet would disagree.
And I go, and I thought she was kidding. So I look at her, I go, what are you talking about? I'm hilarious. And she goes, no, seriously, you were not funny.
Wow.
Wow.
And that turned into, now I'm 23. I've already been through an emotional breakup with an ex-fiance that
Sure.
kind of messed me up for a number of
Sure,
years.
yeah.
So I immediately, I'm on the phone texting my friends, I'm funny, right?
Oh.
Like I felt really bad about it, right?
Yeah.
You didn't text me.
No, friends, people I liked.
Oh, okay. Makes me
Yeah. Actually, he probably would have responded with, no.
No, not at all.
Why are you questioning that?
So this one was odd. It was so bad that I actually looked forward to going to work, and I worked at a job I hated, but it was 8 hours away from her, and that was how excited I was.
Okay.
So jump ahead a few more months, and it's awful. It was probably the worst 6 months of my life, honestly, that we lived together.
Okay.
So she's not happy. She doesn't like living in North Carolina, and one day she comes to me. She goes, "Hey, I just want you to know I have a job opportunity back up in Rhode Island. I'm going to move back."
Okay.
And I went, "No, aw."
You have to leave.
I was like,
Please
well,
don't
you
leave.
gotta do what's right for you. I support you.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I guess you can
100%,
use my
yeah.
luggage, and I guess I can.
Do you
give
need help
money to-
packing?
Yeah.
So she moves out, and it's great. And she actually left Christmas Eve. She wouldn't even wait. That's
Merry
how awful
Christmas.
that was
Yeah.
how awful this one. That was how awful the relationship was that she didn't even want
Right.
to stay for the holidays.
Right.
But two, it turned into a
Yeah.
great Christmas.
Like, woohoo.
I was like, awesome, Griff. Griff? Gift. That's what I meant.
Awesome griff.
whiskey.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting there.
apparently,
I
yeah,
don't know.
geez.
I mean, I poured like
Yeah.
3 shots in each of these, but that's a sippable amount.
It's like a 90s. That's like 90s or 80s slang. Awesome griff.
That's often some Griff, brah. So she leaves. It's great. I'm happy again. I have the apartment to myself.
Okay.
Birds are singing now.
We're not saying
Yeah. No, birds are singing.
The grass is greening.
The grass is. It's the cartoon sun is smiling
Yeah.
at me at all times.
Yeah.
I'm whistling as I walk to work one day. I don't know, it's the whole thing. 2 weeks later, she calls me crying. Apparently, she got into a fight with her family.
Okay.
She's like, "I've packed the car. I'm on my way back." Now,
Never tell me this part.
my mind goes into panic mode
Okay.
because she can't come back.
Right.
I'm happy now. So,
Why did you just say no?
I'm getting to that. So every emotion that I had suppressed
Sure.
for 6 months came out in the most unprepared breakup known to mankind. And I literally went, no.
Wait. You guys were technically together?
We didn't break up because it was such a horrible situation. I was like, it'll just take care of
just
it. It won't be a
avoided it.
fight.
Yeah,
It'll
sure.
take care of itself.
Yeah.
She'll meet somebody. I'll meet somebody. No harm, no foul.
Right.
So she says she's coming
And
back.
phone breakups are easier. Trust
Exactly.
me, I know.
So she calls me saying she's coming back. I immediately just go, no. That turns into a 3-hour argument on the phone where I basically tell her how much of, how awful she was to me, how terrible a human being she is, and she's like, we can work it out. I was like, I don't want to work it out, and all this other stuff. So finally it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I'm like, listen, we're done. I'm going to bed. And I hung up on her.
Nice.
Okay. I don't hear from her for a full week. I get like a novel on Facebook.
Oh, those are the best.
About how we can work it
Yeah.
out. Yada,
Okay. One of
yada.
those. Okay.
I responded with, no, we can't. We are done. That's my novel.
P.S.
She
You're a
didn't-
horrible
she-
human being.
So
I
she didn't have anything left in the apartment, right?
She did.
Oh, no.
That was the worst part.
No.
So, and then I unfriended her and changed my relationship status to single.
That's what you do in the 20s.
That's how
Oh,
you
yeah.
do it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's great. Right? We're done. That's it.
Right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
2 weeks go by. I don't hear from her. I get a phone call one day. She tells me, I agree that our relationship is over. To which I responded, good, because it is. She's like, but I'm coming down to get the rest of my stuff.
Okay.
Now, at this time, I was already about to join the Army. So I was planning on going up to Rhode Island anyway. I was like, listen, I'm actually coming up there in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
I will bring your stuff to you.
That's actually a better option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought so as
It's
well.
like, yeah. You
She
don't want to
get-
bring that negativity back into the apartment.
She tells me I'm already on the road. Fantastic.
I would have responded with, well, turn around because you're not getting in.
So I'm like, all right, okay, all right, fine. The worst part was her name was still on my lease. So according to my little HOA,
You couldn't keep her.
I can't keep her out.
Right.
If she goes to them and wants a key to the apartment,
Ah, okay.
Yes, she can get one.
legally they have to give her one.
Yeah. And there's nothing you can do.
And the
She's not
HOA was our
threatening you.
mother.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's not even like mom
Oh.
could be like, yeah, totally. Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
So I tell her, all right, listen, you show up, stay the night at the apartment, pack your crap. I'm gonna go stay with my parents. We're gonna
Yeah.
go. That's fine.
Cliffhanger. Let's try the black label now.
Sure, hold on.
You gonna finish this?
Wait. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I didn't have that much left.
I didn't have it either, but I didn't know if I wanted to do 2 full glasses of sipping whiskeys.
That was good. Okay.
But is this better? Is the question.
Hold on, I need a
So
pallet.
this is, huh?
I need a pallet cleanser.
Oh yeah, probably a good idea. You got a water?
I got a Mountain Dew.
I'm good.
That's not a palate cleanser.
You gotta go in with Mountain Dew flavor.
I have water.
All right. Shlanta.
Shlanta. I don't know what that is.
It's basically, it's Irish for, it's the equivalent to cheers.
This is better.
Smoother,
That's
sweeter.
so
much better.
smooth.
Yeah.
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 I could get in trouble with this one.
Not as much of a bite, though. I like
At
the bite.
all.
I like the bite, though.
I don't. I prefer.
I
if I'm
see,
gonna-
I don't
If
like
I
the bite.
sip it, I don't want the bite.
It's very smoky.
Yeah.
I like it.
I haven't had. So I
that
love
is-
whiskeys, but I have not had Black Label. The last time I had Black Label was 7 or 8 years ago. If you ever go to Epcot, it's a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
Drink around the world. Every country has a beer or liquor flight.
Ooh.
So in the Army, I had a much higher tolerance for alcohol, actually. Okay.
Okay.
And I started around the world.
Yeah.
And we got to so we started over in Canada, and we managed to get to Mexico, but not like the far where the Aztec temple was. So like maybe South America. No, it was China. Because I remember getting to my time, be like, nah.
So we're in Mexico. Aztecs? China. It was China. No, 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 no.
It was China, you know.
But I got to
It was
there, and then I was
people
just
that didn't
drunk,
look like me.
Yeah.
drunk the whole way
Yeah.
out of Epcot Center. That way.
that's
Ending
that's
with
basically.
tequila shots going, "Where's the food?
Where's the food? Is that what you just said? Okay.
Bay's hungry." Anyway, continue.
Story.
Okay, so she's coming down.
Yeah.
So
And your strategy was you would just be out of the
I would just be out of the apartment.
And
Let her
she would
get her
come
stuff.
by, get her
I don't
stuff.
want to have a
You
fight.
don't
Let her
wanna-
get her
2
stuff.
seconds. People are asking.
don't
It
wanna
is
intersect.
Johnny Walker Black Label. It is
Yep.
in the upper end of Scotland.
It's very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, so her name is still on the lease.
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, all right. She's like, okay, I'm gonna be there by noon on whatever day.
Okay. Okay.
At 6 a.m., my doorbell rings.
We just had like 5 shots back to back.
I'm like super. I wake up. I'm super sleepy. I got to be at work in a few hours. I go downstairs. I open the door. She's standing there.
Oh.
Okay, so much for the avoidance.
Right.
Right.
So she's like, oh, I got here early. No shit. Okay. Thank you. So I'm like, all right, well.
Couldn't have put 2 and 2 together on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
good to know.
Is
I
that
was
what's
like,
happening right now?
I was like, listen, I gotta be at work in a few hours. I'm gonna try to go back to bed for like an hour. Just start packing. You
Right.
think. So I go back. I go back into my room. She comes in. She's like, well, I'll just come to bed with you. And I was like, all right, I'm up. And I go into the kitchen. I start making food.
Oh, so she's like, I get it's over, but I'm not gonna let it be
Right.
over.
So she comes out. She wants to talk about the relationship, how we can still work it out. And I'm like, we can't work it out. This is it. It's over. It's done.
You don't like me anyway.
That's what I said. At one point, she
don't even
she
like
goes,
me.
well, you didn't give me what I needed in this relationship either. I go, then we break up.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy and you're not happy, you break up. That's how it works.
Yeah, you don't just work it out.
Yeah.
You're not married.
So
Like you're not like
so
trying
she-
to salvage a. Yeah.
So I make breakfast. She's arguing.
Our chat says, Flashpool, you lose. Good day, sir.
So she's crying now, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go to work.
Oh no.
Right. So she's crying.
Yeah.
So I leave the
yeah.
apartment. I get down to my car and I realize I forgot to have her sign the piece of paper that says she doesn't have any, claim to the apartment anymore.
Okay.
I go back inside because I ain't doing this again. So she's sitting at the kitchen counter crying. I walk up with this piece of paper. Can you sign this that says you don't have any claim to the apartment? I know it's like a bad time, but let me just put that right there.
Yeah.
You just sign that for me.
Yep.
She signed it. I walked out. I go to work. The whole day I'm getting texts about how we can work it out. Yada, yada, yada.
Well, of
Blah,
course,
blah,
she's
blah,
across
blah,
the
blah.
street.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, I text her. I was like, listen, we cannot work it out. I want you out of my apartment by tomorrow. Because now I got a piece of paper that says it in her apartment. I want you out of my apartment by tomorrow. I'm turning off my phone. If any of my stuff is broken, I will call the police.
Wow.
And I turned off my phone.
Yeah.
Was anything broken?
I got there the next day and nothing was broken.
Wow.
And I was like, awesome,
go.
great. And then but you know the worst part?
What?
She didn't take all of her stuff.
So she still had a foothold.
Yeah. So
In
I
your
had when I went up to
apartment.
Rhode
So she could
Island
just
2
keep
weeks
coming
later,
back
I had to
for-
bring her the rest of her stuff. I left it in her parents' front lawn.
Yeah. That's how you handle that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's how you handle that.
And
like,
then
yeah.
when I'm moving out of the apartment, so I lived with our parents for like a month before I left for the
Okay.
army.
Yeah.
So I'm moving all this stuff out of the apartment. And this was like 2 to 3 months later.
Mm-hmm.
She had left me notes through the apartment that I didn't find until I was moving. And they were bipolar as hell. Like one of them would be like, oh, you were so great, yada, yada, yada. And then I
Right.
find another one's like, you're a piece of shit and I hate you. Like she was just wandering through the apartment bipolar as hell,
Yeah.
leaving me notes.
So from breakup, from initial breakup, actually no, from her moving out
Right.
and the sun finally shining again.
Right.
To you finally like officially being done.
Like done.
Done. All ties.
It was
are
probably
cut.
like 2 to 3 months.
That's awful.
Honestly.
That sounds like a horrible
That's
thing.
Yeah,
awful.
yeah, yeah.
That's our story of the day. But anyway, guys, whether or not the
Yeah.
other stories got cut for time, I don't know at the time of recording this. But thank you so much for watching
Yes,
Two
thank you.
Whiskeys and a Topic. Typically, this is our 3 beers and a topic show, and next week we will be doing 3 more craft beers that I picked up. We just felt that in honor of Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones whiskey would be a good
Yes.
one. And I didn't like our last Game of Thrones episode because it was just Benny drinking a lot of beer and rambling.
That is exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And you were like, why aren't you telling a story? Anyway, that's what I was thinking.
There was like no show there. It was just me drinking beer.
Yeah. And then like I tried to tell a story, you'd interrupt it, and then yeah.
That's why I'm not launching that
Yep.
episode. But anyway.
Okay.
I watched
Appreciate
it. It
everyone
was
who's been
bad.
here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
and don't
much.
forget to subscribe to my vlog channel, which is where this video lives. Or, you can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/eligiblemonster every Monday, where we do this with Conspiracy Cast, Comic Story Weekly, and CTV. Thank you, and I'll see you next time right here.
Thank you.